Legend lives on across the Federation on down to the nebula they call Orion. The zone, it is said, never gives up her dead when the ion storm cycle starts spawning. A load of antimatter, 1,000,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald massed empty. Good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the ion storm cycle came early. The ship was the pride of United Earthside, coming back from some mine in Tellar Prime. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of firms when they left fully loaded for Vulcan. And later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the bad storm they'd been feeling? The creaks in the hull made a tattletale sound, radiation reeking the shielding. Every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of ions come stealing. Reveille came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of Orion came slashing. When afternoon came, the ship was in pain with the face of an intense solar wind. Supper time came, the old cook came on deck, saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed ya." At 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved, and he said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wired in, he had vacuum coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. Later they said when her signal went dead came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the storms turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Tellar if they'd put 10 more parsecs behind her. They might have exploded, they might have broke up, what sure is the storm destroyed her. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Tellarites argue and Doria sings in the rooms of her hollowed ice mansions. Old Frisco steams like a young man's dreams. Vulcan is known for logicians. And farther beyond the Valromulans and Klingons have never heard of her. But our freighters still go, as the crewmen all know, where the gates of Orion remembered. Musty old hall in Frisco they prayed in the Merchant Service Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on across the Federation on down to the Empire of Epsilon Indy. Orion, it is said, never gives up her dead when the ion storm cycle comes early.